Hey guys. So in school, we learn for the state boards. We have a state board exam, and then you get a job and you learn the industry. You learn real life skills. Um, so interestingly enough, I did not have a lot of practice in Brazilian waxing before I got my job. It was really hard to find somebody to grow their hair out and let me practice on them. I don't know why. I don't know why people were afraid to do that. But, everybody would be lined up for facials, but nobody wanted to grow their bikini hair out for me. So we watched a video. That wasn't that helpful. You watch somebody else do it, also not that helpful. So when I got my job, I needed a lot more training. And the way you get better is through experience. So I'd had a lot of interesting experiences, especially my first 2-3 years of doing aesthetics. And, I had been about a year into the industry and I had really gotten down, bikini, Brazilians, all of that. And I'd had a lot of male clients for facials, chest waxing, back waxing, brow waxing, stuff like that. And so that day I was with a guy and we had already done a full legs, arms, chest, back. And I thought we were getting ready to wrap up the appointment. And, he was like, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just do the full Brazilian. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that was on the schedule. And he's like, yeah, I mentioned it. Is that okay? And I was like, we'd already been in the appointment for about 90 minutes. So I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm going to just step out. I'm going to run to the restroom and I'll be right back and we'll get started. And so I leave and I run over to my boss's office and I'm like, what the hell? Do we even do male Brazilians? I don't know how to do one. I have no idea. I don't know how to wax balls. I don't know how to do a ball fro. And so my boss just looks at me and she's like, yeah, figure it out. We're all busy. You can do it. I was like, okay. And she's like, if you really don't feel comfortable, you don't have to, but you'll be fine. So I was like, all right. So in my head, I am freaking out because, again, I don't know how to do this. And I'm hoping I can just play it cool, but I don't even know how to do the draping. I mean, I literally have no idea. And so I come back in the room and, in my head, here I am worried about, having to do the stretchy skin and the balls that's on my head. And he says, hey, real quick, I just want to let you know, you don't have to worry about me getting hard. And so I was hoping on my face that my thoughts weren't showing in my expression because I had not even gotten that far in my nerves to think about the fact that he might get hard. And so I hope I played it cool, but I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, unfortunately he had cancer, testicular cancer, and he had to take medicine to get an erection. So he was like, I just wanted to let you know ahead of time, I don't have any balls. Again, hoping that my thoughts don't show on my face, because in my head I'm like, sweet, I don't have to worry about this dude's balls and how to even do it, because he doesn't have any. So it kind of looked like a butt crack with his dick, which was uncircumcised, which I had never seen before. So kind of looked like an anteater, if you will. So that was my first experience doing a male Brazilian. And he was really cool. But thankfully, I hadn't gotten so far into the anxiety building to worry about whether he could get hard or not. And it was actually really easy. It was only a year later where it came across having to do another male Brazilian and then had to, figure out how to wax the balls. So people always ask, if I do male Brazilians, and the next question would be, does it hurt? I have no idea. I have no idea if it hurts. I don't have balls. I have no idea. It is definitely interesting. in the sense of the guys are always really cool, and because it's not a service that I do regularly, where like you develop more confidence, I'm always a little like nervous and kind of weird, and but they're always super cool, which is great. Like I have like a towel on the table, and they just already have I don't have the door shut, and their pants are off, and they're just like ready to get naked. They take the towel and they just like throw it out of the way, like, what's this here for? And then I have women who pull their shirt down and run across the room and like want a robe and all this stuff, and it's pretty funny. But so that was my first male Brazilian waxing, and definitely one of my more interesting stories